next questions by Kieran D212. Number 1, biggest gaming regret, like if you ever regretted selling something or not taking up on a deal. I don't think I've ever really missed out anything on a deal wise. I'm quite astute on that front. I always, if I can get something cheap or good value, I always snatch it up, even if I've got to get some money from somewhere else. Like with the MVS cartridge, when I saw that 108 games in one, I knew that was a bargain and it didn't have a minute, so I had to go and get that. I suppose regret wise, I mean, just for expensive games, I mean, I used to have Final Fantasy VII on the PC. I had it for a couple of years. I mean, it was always one I replayed through, because once I got it working in window mode, I could, you know, just waste the odd 10-20 minutes here and there. And then just one day I was having a clear out and I thought, this is, you know, it's about 10 years ago now, but you know, probably no, about 7 or 8 years ago even. And I just thought to myself, well, I've not played it for a few months. I've got I had the you know, the box and everything knocking around. I'll just flog it, and I think I just traded it at an indie game shop for like a £5, if that. Now you just look at the price of Final Fantasy VII on eBay now for the PC, you know, it's phenomenal. You know, you just can't get that for love nor money, and that is probably my biggest gaming regret. Right, next set of questions are from oh no, sorry, I'm not finished. I've only done this first one. Number 2, popular game you think's overrated. This is going to annoy Snestastic, but I'm gonna say the Uncharted. I just don't get that series at all. I played the first one, tried the demo with the second. Not for me, I'm afraid. Not a big fan. Bit of a waste of time, but whatever rocks your boat. Favourite dessert? I'm going to say cheesecake. That's random. What do you do for a living? I'm an IT technician. I basically work in a secondary school, and it's not the most difficult of jobs. I just fix PCs all day long when I'm there. Number 5. This is actually quite a good one. Do you ever think, what's the point? Because there is some of the stuff that you would probably never use or touch. And he's talking about the games collections, of course, not the job. There has been a couple of occasions where I've thought that, and I just thought maybe I should get rid of all the stuff, or what's the point? But I think it helps out that I'm not a 100% collector. I don't try and get everything for a system. I tend to dabble from system to system. So what tends to happen is I'll have like an urge to get a load of Mega Drive games, and I'll spend like 20, 30, 40 pounds or whatever, get a load of cheap cartridges and play through them all, get bored and put them to one side, and then I'll get the urge to play PC Engine games, SNES games, so on and so forth. So because of that, because I dabble in everything, I never really focus too much on any particular system, so I don't tend to get bored in that sense. But I do come a time where I need the money for something, like I said with the car earlier this year. If I'd have had loads of rare titles worth, you know, like 50, 60 pounds at a time, those would have gone, you know, just to help to invest in something else. But again, because I always dabble, I'd have probably picked them up at a later date. So I've always got something to hand. Right, next set of questions is by Mootronics1. What's your favourite video game character? You've probably guessed this by now, but it's Ryu from Shenmue. Right, next question, sorry. Which of your systems gets the most use? Oh, this is a hard one. It's probably between the Mega Drive and the PC Engine. I'm going to say on this one it's the Mega Drive, and it's just because of the layout I've got behind me. The Mega Drive is sat right slap bang in the middle, and it's so easy to pick up a Mega Drive cartridge and slot it in the top, whereas the PC Engine is a bit further to the bottom right, and it means leaning down, just laziness. But on top of that, because the Mega Drive games are so cheap on eBay, and wherever I go to, like a market, a car boot sale, or tabletop sale as it were, you always find the cheap Mega Drive games really easily. So I would say, yeah, the Mega Drive. Favourite video game soundtrack? Quite an easy one. That's going to be Silent Hill 2 on the PlayStation 2. I don't really like horror games. I have said that in one of my horror tag videos, I think. But it was so... That soundtrack was just amazing. I mean, the bit with the electronic guitar, like I think it's on the main theme. It gets me. It sends a chill down my spine every time. Some fantastic songs. I think it's called Laura, and that's on the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack. You can get it from a torrent, why not? What sort of music are you into? I've pretty much covered that, I think, with the band's one. I suppose musician-wise, I like Seal. He's a favourite of mine. I've said James Morrison. So yeah. Anyway, moving on from that. What's your favourite childhood movie? Oh, that is a good one actually. I would say it's probably a mix between... Bloody hell. I can't think of it now. I've got Never Ending Story washing around up there. That was always a good laugh. Oh, it's come to mind now. How could I forget? It's got to be The Goonies. I mean, well, it's funny, it's got action, it's got adventure in. Like I say, I'm thinking of things like Back to the Future, but they're not really childhood movies, so I'm going to go with The Goonies. It was a proper decent kids film. Very funny, yeah, watch it. Next one, sorry, next question by Starblazers 1969. Oh, you have a collection of games. How many video games do you think you own? I just counted my collection and I came up with 920. Some of my games are the same but on other systems. For example, I have Pitfall on Intellivision and Atari 2600. Again, I think I probably answered that, 200 to 300. But that's ever growing and shrinking as I trade and swap stuff all the time. So I'm quite active on that front. Will it ever stop? Probably not. I enjoy playing a variety of games. I get bored of stuff all the time, but I've always got new stuff coming in, I'm happy to say. So, next couple of questions, and also the last, finally, got how long I've been going on for, probably close to an hour. This is by Eternia Boy. Question, what's your favourite system and game? I think I've said that with the PC, oh sorry, no, not the PC engine. What am I saying? It was the Dreamcast and the Shenmue series, but probably coming second to that will be my PC engine. And I don't know actually, what was my favourite game for that before? Oh, I don't know. It's been a long chat so far. I can't remember. Just pick one. Right, and the other question is, what's the next system you are looking to pick up? Ooh, that is a tough one actually. I mean, the past couple of months with a broken leg, I've really splurged on new systems. Like I say, I've just got the Neo Geo Pocket this week. The Dreamcast has come through again. Because I've had one before. Again, after the last one broke, the games ended up sat in a cupboard because I had the full Shenmue set. I just sold it all on to make money. Again, I've been buying them back, but I would say at the moment, I was actually at one point thinking of picking up a Master System, but the only problem with the older systems like that is that they've all got RF leads, and this TV over here I play on my retro stuff just doesn't take them. Same with the main TV in the front room, and I haven't got a CRTV. But if I could, I would probably pick up a Master System. I know I've got the converter which is set up on top of the Shellman unit there, but there's just something about that old rectangular box. I just really do like it as a gaming system. So I'm just trying to think now if there's any other systems I'd like to pick up. I was watching Gamester81's channel recently, and he was talking about the ColecoVision. Now I know nothing about that, and I did actually see one of the games on show at Retro Reunited, so given the chance, if I had the money, I would probably pick up one of those as well. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I'm pretty much out of questions. I think I've talked you all to death by now. But yeah guys, it's been a lot of fun, but as always, thanks for watching. As I'm sure you've guessed by now, there'll be another video up soon.